$26 to play, so play today.
You have to be in the game.
Get your tickets from Caribbean Lottery retailers island-wide.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Septemmber Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Septemmber Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you. The time by Septemmber Cold and Flu is
20 minutes moving up to the hour of 9 o'clock.
Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never, so why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps.
Good morning and welcome to On the Road for today, Wednesday, the 13th day of September. I'm yours truly, St. Clair, also known as the man behind the queue. And in the studio with me, as usual, I have Sergeant Henry and Inspector Phipps. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to the studio once again.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, GQ.
What's on the table for discussion before we open the lines and hear from the public?
This morning we have on the table road safety. And road safety, a solid foundation in road safety begins with a thorough understanding of traffic rules and regulations. These laws are designed to maintain order and prevent accident, ensuring that all road users can safely share the road. Road safety refers to the measures which must be adopted by everyone while using roads. These safety methods are meant for reducing the risk of accidents and injuries or casualties on a road. These rules must be followed by all users of road, including pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, and bus and truck drivers. Safety methods also relate to the construction layout of road as well as traffic regulation system. And factors of road safety. Many factors influence the road safety. The most important factors are drivers' behavior, construction and condition of the vehicle, and condition of infrastructure. I'll stop here for now and let the inspector share with you some of her thoughts.
I like to say, as Sergeant Henry said, because it's always a follow-up. So as Sergeant Henry said, that the road traffic safety is the method used to prevent road users from being killed or seriously injured. And when we speak of road safety and road users, these include pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, vehicle passengers, and any passengers once you are traveling or walking on a public road. Mm-hmm. When we think of road safety is prime important to all of us. Mm-hmm. Whenever we are walking or traveling by any vehicle on a road, our safety is in our hands. Right. We have to be very careful of the other vehicles on the road. Our safety on the road can only be ensured when we abide by the traffic rules and regulations. You might say, why is it important to be safe on the road? Road safety is also important when we hear the word road safety. We are speaking about lives that are at stake when we are on the road. And it is high likely for death or serious injuries is always prominent when someone is not focused while driving. All it takes is a couple of minutes for someone to either gaze or just not paying attention, and something is likely to happen. Mm-hmm. And we must always remember that even if you are a safe driver, other drivers might not be. We tend to have drivers who sometimes may not stop when they ought to. They are pulled out of a parking lot or a park position, which we always have, and sometimes they exit a stop immaturely, or even a parking lot, and this tends to cause accident. And we should always have our eyes out for other drivers. Remember, we are not driving for ourselves, we are driving for other persons and other road users as well. And it also, passengers who are in these vehicles, whether it be a public service vehicle or a private vehicle, come on, when you see the driver driving a certain way, you have the right to say, well, driver slow down or driver stop, put me out. Don't wait until things happen and say, this driver always a drive fast, or they would tend to call officer, this bus, this, and they're part of it. I would have seen videos and TikTok people send me where the bus drivers, they take off, well, not just bus drivers, but other vehicles, take off the number plate and they're doing all sort of traffic violation in the road. Never mind you take off your number plate, your bus is marked because most of the bus them in St. Kitts and vehicles have on some sort of emblem, some sort of graphic. So whether you take off your number plate, yes, take it off, we know who you are. And I'm sure some of the insurance company is seeing this. And I'm appealing to the insurance company today to have to step down on these drivers as well. Because safety is paramount as it relates to the road and persons' lives.
Sergeant Henry, anything from you before we open the lines?
Yes. As I said, we are here to educate the public on how they drive. Because as we always say, the life you save might be your own. When you're reckless on the road, you don't know what's going to happen. It wouldn't even have to be you in the vehicle. It could be a pedestrian or a family member of yours crossing the road. Some people drive like that on a racetrack. And the only racetrack I know we have in the Federation is in Nevis. We do not have one in St. Kitts. So if you want to go and test out your vehicle as a race car, go to Nevis and do that on the racetrack.
Okay. All right, we're going to open the lines now, 465-2555. Let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning, GQ, and good morning, officers in there.
Good morning.
Good morning, Culture.
Yeah, I was just hearing something on another station about some people who do not consider other people have to have the rights like they have. That when they park the vehicle, they jam up the person's vehicle so close that the person cannot get in the car. And the person had to call the nearest police station, and the person who answered tell them, okay, they can come across to see what the problem is. And when they come across, they're surprised to see who do it. It's the police park there and block up the people in car, and the person had to wait 45 minutes before they could move the car from there. And the next thing again, had a police get in an accident, how they under the influence of alcoholic beverage. And that police was so high that he bumped into a parked vehicle. And when the owner of the damaged vehicle, the parked vehicle, come out to see what's going on, that police was drunk and ignorant that he telling him about his big iron and his hip. All that kind of foolishness. And he rang. He was supposed to be arrested and take away his license, discipline him, because he's supposed to uphold the law and showing people the way to go. But instead of that, he breaking the law and coming out and telling about the big iron and his hip. That's all I have to say. Everybody, thanks a lot for listening to me.
Thank you, caller.
Any response?
Caller, we'll look into that. You made some strong allegations, and we'll look into it. And also we have the professional standard where they deal with all reports made against police officer. So we will look into it, and if needs be, we forward it to the professional standard. So.
All right. Now, before we go back to the phone line, here's a question that came in for both of you, for you to look at. I think if you see and if you see the picture and read the question, you'll understand. Can you show us, Inspector? And then have a response from you.
Yes. Some time ago we talked about number plates. And what the regulations state that the number plate or the license plate should be rear, front and rear center of a vehicle, not on a windscreen. It should be rear and front on the bumper of the vehicle. So having a number plate on a windscreen, it's an offense. Even having it on the dashboard, it's also an offense. Because when you get that form, it states where these number plates should be placed.
Okay.
Also, I can recall, I cannot remember which one of the commissioners, the licensing authority, but they had wrote to the persons who do the number plates and stated that no sticker number plates should be allowed. So I would look into it again and have a letter written to those, because sticker number plates becoming a problem.
Okay.
So we look forward into that.
Okay. Let's take this call. Good morning. You are live.
Good morning, GQ.
Hey, good morning, man.
And good morning to the inspector and the sergeant there.
Good morning.
Now, my little input this morning, that I want to know how much bus drivers they listen to this program to shun the ignorance what they're doing. Because I drive on bus partly every day. And as far as I can sound, where they play, boom back music, more ignorance in the passengers them here. I could name out the drivers them who listen to this program, the bus drivers them who listen to this program. And I want to know how much private vehicle drivers they listen to this program. Because all I can see on the road every day is load of ignorance on the road. Load of ignorance, doing a lot of stupidness. And there's big people, and I do not believe that you are supposed to come on and radio every day talking one thing over and over. You understand? They are big people. Doing all these ignorance for what I don't know. Trying to overtake when a vehicle comes in, taking chances because you want to cut out. You want to overtake that vehicle because you want the passengers them right in front of you. That's why so much accident and the road happening, you know. Sergeant and Inspector. And something need to look into it very, very serious because people's life are matter. You have a wonderful day. God bless.
Yes, life matters. One accident is too many. When we can prevent something, we should prevent it. Don't be ignorant, especially when you get behind a driver's wheel or behind a wheel in a vehicle. It doesn't have to be a car. Even on cycle, don't be ignorant.
And Carla is up to last night while reading to this topic. I wondered off and I said, but look at it. Most of the passenger public service vehicle drivers, they are between 25 to 35. We no longer have the Broadies and the John and those older folks who how must I describe them now? But it all boils down to driver behavior, and they just don't have that. I think we need to organize a seminar or have the public service vehicle drivers accredited. Just like the taxi drivers, have them accredited, and I guess they would understand when it comes to public safety and their own safety.
All right. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I want to ask a question because one of the callers just made a point in regards to noise, the loud music in these passenger buses. Now, I realize also that a number of these vehicles, they have speakers, same as if at the front outside of the vehicle, and they come through the town and the street, very loud noise. Sometimes you're in a conversation, you can't even hear yourself. Is there anything on the books in regards to noise pollution can these persons be reported? Can they be ticketed? Is there anything to make provision for this to be stopped? That's my question.
All right, thanks for your question.
Yes, caller, once you're willing to come and give a statement, we can take that matter before the court. But as it relates to the speaker on the outside, I know we had a problem with that, but of late I'm not really hearing or seeing the speakers on the outside of the vehicle. Because once ago, as it hit 6 o'clock, and I'm home, I could tell you who was passing up the road because the speaker was outside and the music was loud, which was gospel, but it never matter what kind of music. Once you playing your music that is disturbing the peace, it's an offense.
Back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
I thought I couldn't get in. Anyway, officers there, somebody fell from a pickup truck recently in the Monkey Hill area, right? Hello?
Yes, we're listening.
Now, I heard it on the news, and ZIZ News. Now, as far as I know, I don't know if you all are aware, there used to be a law in conjunction with the insurance companies that nobody supposed to drive behind on a truck unless the truck, a pickup truck or there's some small truck, they have wheels. But I usually see up to this morning pickup truck rampack with look like walkers going on a job site, no railing, and who is very guilty of that? I'm not against nobody, but you got some Chinese that travel to and from where they're going, and they have a rampack in some small trucks too, no railing. So I want to know if the total police force does not know what to implement, what to enforce. Because some of the things that you all are going over and over, I don't, like a caller said before, nothing wrong, I just said a little different, nothing wrong with you saying things over and over, but not to just warn them. But you must take action. I know a couple of people whom I know personally fell from pickup truck and died. I don't know if this one at Monkey Hill and died. But they say he was complaining in chest pain. Now anything could happen when you're behind there, sitting down on the edge of the vehicle. You could feel bad, you could suddenly get a heart attack or whatever. But if they had wheels, you might not fall. So I think police waning in many areas. Many areas. No one person sometimes could do everything, but I call that because I'm very concerned. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Yes, Carl, you talk about the insurance. Well, I cannot speak from the insurance point of view, but on the traffic point of view, yes, there's something in law that states that persons, when riding on the back of a truck, they should be either in the bed of the truck sitting down, or make sure they have seating at the back for them to sit. Persons should not sit on the edge of trucks. As you said, the person fall off. And who can be responsible for that? I wouldn't say that here now, but the drivers must make sure that when persons are on the truck, they must be seated in the bed of the truck or have a seat inside of the truck, the back of the truck itself, for them to sit down and make sure they're not sitting on the edge of the truck.
Also, I would say if you're a driver for pickup or any open back vehicle, you as the driver should know your passengers. Mm-hmm. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I just called with a concern, right? I mean, I usually call, but I haven't called about it in a long time, but I decide every now and again I have to call and try to reinforce it. The issue of these container trucks that moves around. I mean, the time of day that they operate and, you know, just swing in the traffic and thing. He has the truck that goes to Best Buy up there when you're coming from in the countryside. and they just come across, and whether traffic is coming on, they don't wait, they just swing in the road, do their maneuver, and it is the peak of the rush hour. The same thing happened over here by Rams at the stoplight you put up just there by Best Buy as well. I mean, these container trucks, I think, certain hours of the day, these trucks are not supposed to be on the road. I implore you guys and encourage you guys to legislate something that these trucks move from the port in the night, take them to the areas where they're supposed to be offloaded, whether by the hardwares, the supermarkets, whatever, in the night. Let they allow people to offload them in the day. And then the following evening, they take them back to the port. Then I seriously, I'm concerned about this, that we're going to wait until something serious happens, and then we're gonna want to do something. But then it's going to be too late, because somebody's going to lose their life, something serious is going to happen, and then we're going to say, oh, we should have done this before, we should have done that. And I'm going to continue to call on it until something happens, because it is serious. It is serious. Okay, that's one. Then my another one quick. I was trying to coupon a program that Mr. What his name is? The guy that comes with you guys here from the public works that deal with the road and the markings and stuff like that. Anyway, the railway lines that are condemned up here by Best Buy, where the lights are. Anyone can give me a reason why they leave those railings in the road? Because when you come out of the TDC area stop by Best Buy and you have to maneuver and go towards the port, I mean that rails inside, I mean them they're constantly driving over them like that, because when the light go green you have to move and you can't even hustle through the light because the lines are there, and they would eventually mess up people in and out of tie rods on the vehicle. So have Mr. George, what the guy name is, they again look at that and see if they can take them up. That they take them up out of the road. I don't even know what reason they left them there for. No? Those are my two concerns. Thanks.
All right, thanks for your call, man. Any response? How's going to be your final call for this morning?
Well, as the caller said, we'll get into contact with the person at Public Works and inquire as to why the wheels are on the road.
All right, before you make your final comments for this morning, final question coming in. Who do you contact for requesting cameras on poles?
As in regards to the cameras on the pole, what happened, our communication officer, he tends to go out and do a survey and assess the area where he see the needs of camera. Mm-hmm. Eventually mostly all areas would have cameras, but we have to first deal with the most important areas as well. Okay,
so someone cannot make a request and
they could. He would go and, as I said, he would go and assess the situation.
All right, so for the person listening though, they want to know who to contact.
What kind of pole they're talking about?
The lamppost in Challengers.
Well, the Commissioner of Police.
Commissioner of Police.
Yes.
Okay. All right, final comments, ladies, if any.
Drivers tend to get more comfortable behind the wheel as the years goes on. Mm-hmm. We become more confident in our ability to multitask while controlling our vehicles. However, it's these moments of multitasking that often leads to accidents. No matter how long you are driving, it is always important to focus when behind the steering wheel of any motor vehicle.
Thank you.
Important road safety tips. Do not use your cell phone while driving. Use seatbelt even while sitting at the back seat of the vehicle. Do not drink and drive. Always adhere to the speed limit. Take care with regards to children, senior citizens, and pedestrians.
Thank you so much for being here, ladies. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, to do it all over again. Stay tuned. 9 o'clock report is up next.
Attention all drivers.